Now clearly there are a lot of weird creatures in the world of Super Mario that make no sense at all. Think of beings like the Goomba, Koopa Troopa, and Wiggler. All of these are incredibly strange in one way or another. However, one of the weirdest out there is by far the Shy Guy, a humanoid thing that always wears a mask. And for years upon years, we've seen them in games, but so far, they are still incredibly mysterious. We know nothing about them. I have loads of questions. For example, where do they come from? What is behind their masks and why do they wear them? And so much more. And so today, we are going to look into all of that. So let's dive right in. But first, introducing my new store, Wily.gg, the place to buy your new games and get your hands on eShop cards for Nintendo as well as Xbox. And don't forget, use code Wily at checkout to save 10%. Now let's continue. The Shy Guy. A person you don't see at the forefront that often, but they are a very common enemy in both the Super Mario and Yoshi franchises. Now they are recognizable by their masks, and apparently they wear them due to their shyness. Well, that's what some games state at least. Now originally, Shy Guys weren't actually Super Mario enemies, but were carried over to the Super Mario universe when Super Mario Bros. 2 was created. That whole game is a bit weird and kind of a copy of another game, but also isn't. It's a complex situation that we might talk about another day. But after this, these guys became a staple in the franchise, and now it's impossible to remove them from any game due to their crucial role. However, they are still mostly a mystery. No one knows anything about them in the Super Mario world. Now, I bet this is mostly due to their shyness, but still, Nintendo never really talks about that stuff in their games anyway. So that could be another reason. At the end of the day, they're always covered up, and so the appearance of their true face is unknown. And this is a problem, because a while back, during the GameCube era, we figured out that there was something wrong with them. In a cutscene in Mario Power Tennis, Shy Guy trips over a stair step, causing its mask to fall off. But its unmasked appearance is not seen on camera. However, Luigi is absolutely frightened by it. So this supports the notion that Shy Guy's mask hides some sort of dark secret. Well, let's look into the situation a bit to see what kind of secrets he hides and what kind of creature he really is. And our journey starts with a game known as Luigi's Mansion, a spin-off title all about hunting ghosts in order to save Mario. And this game introduced an enemy known as a Ghost Guy, which are likely a subspecies of Shy Guys. But the interesting thing is that Ghost Guys must have their mask removed before they can be defeated. Now, if you do this in the game, you can easily see their face, and it's nothing more than two yellow eyes in a field of black, and some sort of separate hole in the robe for their mouth, which looks a bit odd. So is this what they look like? I mean, it's the closest thing we ever got to an actual face reveal. Sure, we didn't see much, but maybe that's just what their face looks like. I mean, the Skull Kids from the Zelda series have a similar look, so maybe they are some sort of cursed being just like a Skull Kid. Well, maybe, but sadly enough, there's a bit of a problem with all of this. It doesn't explain a whole lot, and we don't know how closely related Shy Guys and Ghost Guys really are. So it is not certain that this is how Shy Guys look without a mask. And Ghost Guys have several other minor differences in appearance from Shy Guys, so their faces could also differ. So that doesn't really work too well, but we can look at other things in order to figure out what a Shy Guy really is. Because in Mario Strikers Charged, Shy Guy's mask is shown to be able to emote like a face. And even though the expression only changes while it's angled away from the camera, Shy Guy is not shown replacing the mask to do so. So it could also be that this mask is part of its face, and so its actual face is the mask itself. This would also mean that a Shy Guy is its own species, and not another type of creature that hides behind a mask or something. But as you can imagine, there are some things in the Super Mario games that completely completely contradict this, because usually Shy Guy's masks are portrayed as removable, so this one example from Mario Strikers is a bit of a rarity. However, characters with detachable body parts are seen everywhere in the gaming industry. For example, Rayman, and even in the Super Mario series we can see stuff like this with an enemy like the Dry Bones, so it isn't out of the question for the mask to still be its face. However, this leaves us with a bit of a disappointing answer, to say the least. In the end, we still don't know what the face of a Shy Guy looks like and what kind of creature they really are. And so I dug a little deeper, and after all of that, I have come up with two possible explanations of what a Shy Guy truly is. And the first has to do with Luigi's reaction to seeing a Shy Guy's face. As we all know, Mario's brother is a bit of a coward. While he can be a hero, he's usually terrified in the beginning, and throughout. Actually all the time, but he just, powers through like a real champ. And there's one thing he fears the most: ghosts. Now, knowing this and seeing his reaction to the Shy Guy's face, I think there's a good chance that they are actually some sort of boo. They are a common ghost enemy in the Mario franchise that first appeared in Super Mario Bros. 3. They are known for their large tongues and small stubby arms, which make them adorable. However, the most distinctive characteristic of the boos is their shy personality, and they also cover their face when someone looks at them directly. And this is something they have in common with the Shy Guys. They are also not the best under pressure. So it could be that they are related to an extent at least. It would explain the way they act and look after all. And it could be that some boos dress up and become Shy Guys so they can actually look people in the eyes using the mask as some sort of social anxiety shield. And in titles like Luigi's Mansion, we see ghosts possess all kinds of things and use them in a variety of ways. Heck, in the most recent game in the series for the Nintendo Switch, we saw multiple different bosses do things like this. So I think a boo or some type of other ghost can quite easily put on a Shy Guy-like suit and mask and walk around in the world. Personally, I think it could be quite a good fit and explanation for the origin of the Shy Guys in the series. However, it isn't the only option out there, because there's also another enemy that is very similar to it: the Phantos. These are large, seemingly living masks that appear in Super Mario Bros. 2, where they are found guarding keys often. Now personally, I quite like these enemies. They have a fun and original role in the game, but sadly enough, Nintendo rarely used them. However, in every game they are seen in, they are always a living mask. And I think these beings and the Shy Guys are related in a way. It could be that the Shy Guys are also just living masks that made themselves some sort of body. And so in the end, they became the Shy Guys. Personally, I think it's a pretty good fit, and it also makes sense. Both of these creatures originally came from a completely different world, and it looks like living mask beings are a thing there. So personally, I think it's either this or the boo explanation I gave earlier, because both are a good fit. But still, the Shy Guys will remain quite mysterious. There's not a whole lot of info on them, and as we all know, Nintendo doesn't explain a whole lot. So maybe we will never get a real answer from them. But don't be sad, because I have a lot more videos on my channel, so be sure to check them out. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your personal takes on the topic down below, because I do read the comments. I see everything you type. Yeah, click the bell button, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. Help Papa Wily out. Highly appreciated. It makes my Dutch heart pound a little bit faster every time you click that like button and subscribe and bell and gosh, the million things YouTube has added. Anyway, lovelies, thank you all so much for watching, and bye!